What's up, everyone? I just want to take a minute to thank you for all the love you've shown Bora Bora Apparel and the All-American Sports Show. We put a lot of hard work into bringing you the best styles and fashion and a quality show for your viewing.
Slide into the set that's built for sweat and built to shine. Dime piece athleisure from Bora Bora Apparel. 4-way stretch, moisture wicking, zero quit. Made for every rep, every run, every vibe.
Good family, welcome to the All-American Sports Show. Every week we give flowers to yesterday's stars, legends who paved the way and lit up the game. Tap in with us, celebrate the greats, and catch new episodes right here on YouTube.
Check this out.
Okay.
I look good.
Okay. On the street and I got my swag on. Okay. Get the money, gotta get my bag on. Okay. Triple
is Bora Bora Apparel, urban athleisure that owns the street. Clean lines, premium feel, built to move with you. You saw it on the big screen in the new movie Him and Her, now streaming free on Tubi. Don't wait.
Hi, I'm legendary basketball player LaFonte Moses, number 55 from the Goldsboro High School Cougars. Make sure you tune in to the All-American Sports Show every Friday night at 8 o'clock p.m. You hear me?
Welcome everybody to the All-American Sports Show. I am your host, Bora Bora, a.k.a. Sean Atkinson. As always, I got my co-host with me tonight, Maurice Gunner Graham. What's good with it, Reese?
You know how I go, man. Easy does it. How about yourself?
You already know, man. Same old soup, just reheated, man.
Yes, sir.
As always, man, tonight's show is sponsored by Bora Bora Apparel. That's BoraBoraApparel.net. Y'all go out there and get you some Bora Bora Apparel. You know what I'm saying? Special shout out to M3F3 Apparel. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate all the love and support you guys been showing. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys support Shy Money and the Shy Money team. He's doing big things down there in Goldsboro. And for all you party needs and designs and dimes on Facebook, for all your party needs and party events, go see them, man, on Facebook. They'll take care of you. And also, if you want to support the show for better content and better viewership, we got the Cash App going at the bottom of the screen, all right? So, yeah, man, we got a great show going on tonight, man. We got Charles Ellis, the big man himself, coming through, you know what I'm saying, to chill with us on my All-American Sports Show tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? We graciously appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? But just a quick recap of last week's show, man. You know what I'm saying? What did you think about that, man?
I thought it was dope, Sean. One thing that I thought that was powerful more than anything, had Derek not told us about his mother, I never knew. But if you was to see Derek in school or you catch him at the center, I mean, you would never know that, you know, he was going through that on the backside of his life, because he was always smiling, always joking. We all knew he had that dog in him now, but he was always just just an easygoing guy from what I know. So I really enjoyed hearing this story, though.
Right, man. I like I told him, I took it I understand now. I see that, he laughs a lot to hide the pain. And
Yes, sir.
for him to experience what he was experiencing at such a young age and try to take on that responsibility, man, that was a big thing for him, man. But you know what I'm saying? We do know that he's family first all the way around, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes,
So,
sir.
I'm saying shout out to Derek Barnes, man. Appreciate you for coming on, man. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this thing started, man. We got, you know what I'm saying, Charles in the house, man. We want to bring him on to give him a formal introduction, man. So without further ado, let's bring Charles Sellis on to the show.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All-American Sports Show, Charles Ellis. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All-American Sports Show, Charles Ellis.
Wow, that's awesome, guys.
Welcome to the show, bro. Welcome to the show.
Good evening. How are you two doing today?
Oh, bless, brother, bless.
Doing good,
What's
man.
up?
Good. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the All-American Sports Show, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a pleasure to have you here, man, and an honor to be able to have you here and, you know what I'm saying, pay homage to you, man, for the love and respect, for all the work you put in, you know what I'm saying, for all the years. It's an honor to have been able to be your teammate, friend, and it's definitely an honor to be able to sit here and give you this tribute, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So yeah, man, let's get this thing started, man. You know what I'm saying? So where exactly are you from, Charles?
So, I was born in Goldsboro, North Carolina, November 25th, 1978.
Oh man, okay.
So, but the first 3 years of my life, my parents and my sister lived in Fremont. So I lived in Fremont for the first 3 years of my life. And then in 1982, we moved to Goldsboro. So yeah, I could have look if they stayed in Fremont, I would have played for ACOT.
Oh man, we couldn't have that right there. So coming up, man. I mean, coming up as an adolescent, you know what I'm saying. In Goldsboro, you found basketball. Why basketball?
I'll be totally honest with you, man.
Besides the
yeah. To be honest, I kept getting so tall, man. I got peer pressured into playing ball.
Okay.
So, I was the kind of kid that I liked to blend in and just be a normal kid, normal student. I played with my friends. And if y'all probably ever think back hard, y'all never see me at the center. I never played at the center. How about that?
Yeah, now, yes, true. I never seen you at the center.
Goldsboro, born and bred, but I never played at center. My cousins and my friends used to always get on me. You need to go to the center, Charles, and get you harder, man. but I never played at the center, man. So I would say I was tall my entire life, and I was one of the tallest people in my classes. But as I got to about sixth grade, I started separating myself in my height, and I ended up the undisputed tallest person. So I get to junior high, seventh grade, I'm 6'2". And then the late Carver Durham, Coach Carver Durham, rest in peace, was trying to get me to play 7th grade, and I kept pushing him off. I was like, no, coach, I don't think so. he would ask me like every week. So, so finally, 8th grade year, I was 6'3", and I guess I don't know how it tipped over or who won me over, but I just said I'll play. And I played 8th grade year was the first year I played, man, and that's how I got the that team. If you remember 8th grade year, the other 8th graders on that team was rest in peace, Sequillis Thompson, Boo Bug, Dave Thornton, Junior Moore, Larry Lofton. Those are my fellow classmates. And then that's when I got to meet some of the class of '98 guys for the first time. I got to meet Tremaine Sawyer, Kevin Green. And there was some other ones on there that I can't remember because I thought I had that picture still, but I don't have the team picture. But that's how my career started, Sean. Peer pressure, man. But I don't regret doing it. But that's the beginning of my story of basketball.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, peer pressure.
I got you. So you said something interesting, man, because, most people, they're running to play for Carver Durham, and you saying you turned them down to play.
Yes.
Why was that, man?
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, God gave me height, man, but I was just trying to be a normal student, man. I honestly I just wanted to go home after school and watch X-Men on TV, call my buddies, talk about football and college basketball. And Coach Durham, Coach Durham, he was so smooth, man. He would just say, you got to come out, and I wouldn't. But when he ended up becoming my coach, and I, think back of my coaches, he had the biggest influence as far as when I think back on my coaches. Coach Durham was like my favorite because of the way, not like his coaching, but the human being he was.
Right.
He was solid as they can. And I could talk to him like he knew how to coach me. Where he was on me, but I could never remember him offending me ever. But he was hard on me when he needed it. And also the fact that he's the only coach that I had where I can actually have conversations with outside of basketball. Like when the season ended 8th grade year, I used to talk to them in the hallway. I think he was like over the kids in ISS back then. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he would I'd see him when I would be leaving, and then we'd be talking. He'd be like, I just like talking to a friend, man. So that's the thing I remember about Carver Durham. Every time I think about him, man, I smile, man. Like I love that man. And I only played for him 1 year, Sean. He was my first coach, and I played for him 1 year, and he had that impact on my life. So shout out to Coach Durham.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Coach Durham, man. We was talking about that as well, man. I only played for 1 year for Coach too, and the impact that he has on someone's life for that short of time, man, it's just remarkable. And I mean, as you can see from me to you and others, Maurice as well, it's a long lifetime impact, So so shout out to Coach Durham, man. Much love.
Indeed.
So we got a similar path, You went to varsity your freshman year, and you get up there and you get to play with some legendary guys. One being LaFonte Moses, one of most spoken names on this show here. Give us some insight about that, man.
So, yeah, man. So going into between 8th grade and 9th grade year, I was already 6'3".
Okay.
That summer, between 8th grade and 9th grade year, I got to Goldsboro 9th grade year. I was 6'6".
Wow.
So Coach Lee said, Charles, I'm putting you on varsity. And I'm like, okay, I only played 1 year of organized ball, right?
Right.
So, and then I got to tell you, I don't know if y'all know the story about how Coach Lee would do conditioning, right, at the beginning of the year. I kept
run to the hospital, baby.
Yeah, y'all got to, Charles, y'all got to run to the hospital. I was like, nah, I don't. Are you for real? the first time I went out there, literally, I had to run to the hospital, and I made it. I made it to the, you know what the bridge is on Wayman Memorial Drive.
Right.
Absolutely.
I made it to the bridge. I couldn't do no more. I stopped. And I don't know if anybody remembers this from that team, but one of the coaches drove me back. I was like, it was a shock to my system. But going back to the player side, so I mean, you talk about playing with I was a boy amongst men. I mean, you talk about LaFonte Moses, like he is still, when I think back, he's the best at Goldsboro. He's the best player I ever played with. Like I'd say Chris Tan is second, but I'd put LaFonte first because he was 6'6", he was left-handed. His shot was water. They didn't have that term back then, water.
Yeah.
And he could just go out, and it didn't matter who we played. It didn't matter what arena we were in. I mean, he goes out of court, just mark down 30 points for LaFonte. It's 30. And he's playing against the top players in 4A, you know, and he made it look easy. Then having experience playing with also Dennis Mitchell, who was also a stud. Dennis is like throwing dimes. I mean, I don't know if Dennis averaged double-digit assists, and I probably messed up some of his assists when I got to play, because Dennis would hit you with a pass, and if you weren't looking, he'd hit you in the head, like, you know. And he was strong and he was tough. There were other seniors I want to give a shout out on that team because they were really good to me, man. Swan Best, Rashad Applewhite, we called him Spike. And then there was some other guys. There was some juniors on that team. Well, rest in peace, Tico Parker. I had heard he passed away. And then there was Tico Howard, who was a junior. Shannon Wallace was a sophomore. But that was a man's team, man. But anyway, you know, practices were rough. I mean, Coach Lee would run you the whole game, the practice, and then just getting but it let me know the level you had to reach to. LaFonte was the pinnacle, man, and then there was some games I did get in, and we can talk about Southern Wayne if you want to, but they had some horses on that team, and even though we beat them freshman year, it wasn't because of me; it was because of Fonte and Dennis. I got dunked on twice at Southern Wayne, man, my freshman year.
Oh no!
Like Chuck.
Listen, Kevin Graham was at Southern Wayne that year. Mm-hmm. And Kevin Graham got me, and this guy named Richard Smith got me. But then the next few years, you know, we beat Southern Wayne 3 times that year. But then my last 3 years, you know, Southern Wayne owned us. They had guys like Chad Wells and Garrett Blackwilder and those kind of guys, and they were rough.
Yes, sir.
Chad Wells is a beast, man. Like he had the intellect, he had strength, he had the dog. And Garrett Blackwilder, we're talking about this off air, Sean. If the ball left his hand and he was open, you might as well run back on offense.
Yes, sir, man.
His shot was deadly.
Yes, sir. Boy.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
and but yeah, man. So, but playing with that freshman team, as a freshman on varsity, it was just a great experience having the best seat in the house, man, to watch those guys go and to watch LaFonte do his thing, man. And I never forgot that.
So you was on the team when Terry came and dropped 40 on us.
Terry Leonard.
Yeah, when he came.
I was there. I was there. I was there. That's another beast. Like, I was too young to really realize what was going on, but like I saw him like just grab the ball off the floor and do a drop step dunk, like with 2 hands and his head's at the rim. Oh that's how he could jump. Like that. Southern Wayne had some like athletes like that year. They had a guy named Brian Ashford who could jump too. He did a cradle dunk on a fast break. Like, if you were sleeping on those guys, you get dunked on. I don't know what it was, Sean. You said it was the pickle juice down there. I don't know what it was, but they could jump. We had some athletes, but they had jumpers down in Dudley, bro. They had jumpers.
Yeah, Terry told me with the pickle juice, man. That's what he told me.
Yep. Yep.
So you was part of the last class to play for Coach Lee.
Yeah, man. I was the last class because after freshman year, Coach Lee got the job at St. Aug.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, I was the last class to play under him. He went to St. Aug, and then Coach Stevens came in sophomore year. And then we know how that first year went, Sean. You were there, the 5 and 20 year.
Yes, Lord.
I told you I have like blocked out some of that stuff out of my memory because it was so bad that year.
Yeah, man.
It was rough, man. But yeah, playing under Coach Lee, another legend, man. Like I didn't play with him long enough to really grasp his impact, but just that 1 year with him, just the respect he commanded. He was like a general. You wanted to, if he told you to do something, you wanted to run through the wall for him. He would give the best pregame speeches, and then he just, like I said, demanded respect, man. So yeah, I'm proud of that fact. When I think about that, I'm like, man, class of '97 was the last class to play under Coach Norvell Lee, man. Yeah, it's awesome.
We heard Coach Lee used to have a little saying for Fonte when he used to let his jump shot go. You remember what it was?
I don't remember that.
Sean, let me hear it.
Send it with love.
Yeah.
So, boy, I wish I could have heard that there, man. So look, man, you know, coming up, being this tall, you know, saying playing ball, who are some of the people that you idolize? You know, who was your inspiration?
Yeah, man. So I had a couple NBA guys that I followed at the time, probably like early high school. Reggie Miller, I liked his game because I liked the way he touched, even though my demeanor was nothing like his, but I loved the way he trash talked.
Okay.
And then I loved his jumper. And then Hakeem Olajuwon, I just loved the way he protected the rim. And I didn't have nowhere near his offensive game, but I focused on the defense of what he could do defensively, and it helped me. And it took me to about junior year. Junior year is when I started feeling comfortable, and I started like being a shot blocker and stuff like that. So those are the main two, man, that gave me inspiration as far as following their games.
Now, I know when we talked off air, you said in the beginning you kind of just winged it and didn't really fall into what you didn't really know what you could do until towards your senior year. Am I correct?
Yeah, junior. It was actually junior year. Like so, Sean, you may remember what gave me confidence, man. Finally, I started getting some really good confidence. National Exposure Camp, 1995.
I was there.
You were there, and we played. We played okay, but there was a team up there from Northern Virginia. I don't know if you remember Potomac.
Potomac, yes, sir.
and they had a squad, and like they were killing everybody. And we played them. They had a center, man. His name was Roland Roberts.
I never.
He was like 6'7", but he weighed like 250. But anyway, I mean, I couldn't guard him because he was too heavy, man. I was on like 200, 210. But I was scoring on him for the first time. Like I was doing these turnaround jumpers and he wasn't stopping me. And I was like, wow, like I can actually play against good people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that started giving me some confidence. And then we finished National Exposure Camp. And then going into junior year, I had confidence. And then you add a cherry on top, we get a guy named Mark Harris join the team. From Wilson, North Carolina, Bedingfield High. Mark comes to the team. And Mark just like gave us like an extra confidence, man, because Mark was so talented. He had athleticism, he had skill, but he had a dog in him, man. Like when we played like on the road against anybody, we weren't scared of anybody because Mark just gave us confidence. So getting Mark, and also a shout out, we added Derek Worrells to that team. And Derek's my guy, man. Like I haven't talked to him in years, but like I only played with Derek 1 year, but he was my favorite four-man that I played with. And Derek was a tenacious rebounder. I mean, he used to crash the glass like crazy. He won some games for us crashing the glass. And then so I had Derek, and then he could control the glass. I was the shot blocker. And then we had some really good seniors too, like Jamel Bell, Shannon again, Monty Rainer, Ken Lofton. We had some good guys that led us that senior year. So that was the start of my confidence. Then it leaked over to my my senior year. Yeah.
So, needless to say, I believe your inspiration changed once you gained confidence.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So now, what is your inspiration now? Once you have the confidence in knowing that you can play, what is your inspiration now?
You talking about at that point, like in senior year, like we're going to senior year? Yeah. So like college. Yeah. So I realized, okay, I might be able to do this, and I might be able to get a college scholarship. You know, I started thinking along those lines. I was like, well, you know, I can go to college for free. My parents won't have to pay anything. Let me see, can I get this done?
Right.
So it was a blessing that Coach Stevens had set up for us to play the National Exposure Camp at Mount Olive College. That's where we were playing at, Mount Olive College. Because the coach there got to see me firsthand 2 summers, because we went again before my senior year. And the coach from Mount Olive was watching me, and sure enough, man, I mean, he offered me a scholarship based on, I guess, seeing me in those camps, like senior year. He told me pretty much early senior year he wanted me, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. But that opened the door, man, which I ended up going there, and I'm thankful that I did. But this college, trying to get a free education, man. Education was important to my parents. Like honestly, to tell you a story, like my mom and my dad mostly cared about, Charles, what kind of grades are you getting? They would look for my report card when I come home, and what is your conduct like?
Right.
And like anything else, they didn't really. My dad went to a lot of the games when I was in high school and college, but I could count on one hand how many games my mom went to, because my mom was like my mom, you know, was a minister, and she ended up being a pastor for almost 40 years before her passing. Okay. And she was about the ministry. She had a lot of stuff going on. Like she would do prison ministry. She would do visit the sick. There was a lot of things that she was involved with where she couldn't come to my games.
Right.
And then there's times when she was like, Charles, boy, I ain't worried about you chasing that ball. Like, I want to see that report card when the semester's over. I want to see your report card. That's what I want to see. Because if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, you ain't chasing that ball. You know, that's how my mom was. So it was education first, man. So yeah, basketball helped me get that free education.
I can dig it, man. So I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? My Aunt Hattie had her foot on my neck. You know what I'm saying? When I was living with her, going to school down in Colorado. So I definitely understand where you're coming from, bro. But you know what I'm saying? That's what we need as adolescents, man. That's what we need. And we don't realize that's what we need and everything. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Aunt Hattie for, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep the boy in line, man. You know what I'm saying? I love you. But yeah, man, we've had some great battles over the years with some great warriors on the opposite side, man. You mentioned Terry Leonard. You mentioned Garrett Blackwelder. But what about Craig Dawson?
Ooh.
Did I bring back some?
Oh my goodness, Sean. We played Kinston. We started playing Kinston my junior year.
Right.
And the first time we went down to Kinston, and I remember Mark telling us there's a guy on their team named Craig Dawson. I know him from like summer ball. We better guard him. Right. He was telling coach that we needed to play a boxing one on him, and we didn't do it. He dropped about 40 on us in that first game. Ooh. I mean, it was embarrassing, man. I mean, and that Kinston crowd, because Kinston's like Goldsboro, kind of like, their crowd gets into it, like African-American crowd, man, like, ooh, they letting you have it. I was like, oh my God. He was an assassin, man. And then I kind of briefly mentioned Chad Wells, man. Shout out to him. He was class of 97 as well. And I mean, he overlapped my career. And then, you know, Chad, I don't know if Chad played my freshman year, if he was JV or varsity, but he started playing sophomore year. He used to kick our butt, man. I mean, he would terrorize our guards full court. I mean, they would run that press. I mean, he would take it to the basket. I mean, he was confident, man, and like he was a stud. Mentioned Garrett. Jacksonville had some players too, man. At that time as well. But yeah, those guys stand out as far as like hoopers that I played against in high school.
Yeah, definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get the chance to go up against Craig Dawson. I had left. I didn't have the pleasure, but I did get the pleasure to be able to see Garrett Blackwater play, and my, you just had to be there to see it. But
Yes.
we got to take a small commercial break right quick, man, and we'll be right back. You guys are watching All American Sports Show.
I ate noodles, no packet. Cereal with the canned milk, the powder milk, no milk. Waffles, no syrup. Jelly, no jelly, nothing. Oatmeal, no sugar. Oatmeal, no sugar, nothing. I ate cereal with the canned milk, the powder milk, no milk. Ate cereal with the canned milk, the powder milk, no milk. Waffles, no syrup. Jelly, no jelly. Nothing. Oatmeal, no sugar, no syrup. With the canned milk, with the powder milk, with the canned milk, with the powder milk. Waffles, no syrup. Jelly, no jelly. Nothing. Oatmeal, no sugar, nothing. I ate noodles, no packet. Cereal with the canned milk, the powder milk, no milk. Waffles, no syrup. Jelly, no jelly.
The streets to the spotlight. Bora Boy jogging suits keep you ready. Premium fabric, cut to move. Built for comfort, style for kings. Zip up, step out, own the streets. Bora Boy Apparel.
Hi, I'm legendary basketball player Way Way. Number 22, Goldsboro High School Cougars. Make sure you tune in to the All American Sports Show every Friday night at 8 o'clock. That's where flowers are given.
So yeah, man. Before we left, man, you had mentioned that you was a pastor's kid.
Mm-hmm.
So it got me to thinking. You know, when we was playing ball, you know, Coach Stevens used to try to get you to be more tough or more mean, as he tried to put it. And you know what I'm saying, to your defense, he never broke you. You always stayed as humble as you are today. You always stayed the person you are. Like I said, if I had 2 words to describe you, I would say gentle giant.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And but being a pastor's kid, was that one of the things that held you to your own and not bending or conforming to what he wanted you to be?
That's a good question. Yes, I think that had a lot to do with it. You know, like when you go to church all the time and you're taught the Bible and you're taught to love, you're taught to be compassionate, you're taught these things. At least for me, it was tough for me to like flip that switch when I would get on the court to bring out a different version of myself. And now that, don't get me wrong, there have been saved kids that could do it.
Right.
But for me personally, I just couldn't tap into that. I just had to stay true to who I was. And then by nature, I was just like an easygoing person. I get along with everybody. So yeah, Coach Stevens would get on me and scream at me and all that stuff. You know, Coach Stevens, nothing but love for him, man. Like I appreciate him. And but you know, I don't know if I got any Coach Stevens impressions. Charles, stop being scared, boy. Catch the ball, son. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then we had rest in peace Coach Dudley, who came junior year is when my junior year Coach Dudley came. Okay. And he was an encouraging coach to me at that time. And then you had coaches like Coach Webb that would help out the team from time to time. That would teach me certain things. But yeah, back to your point, it was my upbringing, and like I said, if I had probably supplemented myself to being playing like the center and did different things, I might have been able to tap into that. But no, he couldn't break me, man. Nobody could break me. Not even when I got to college, they couldn't break me either.
That's what's up, bro. So let me ask you, Let me ask you your opinion on today, man. Because when we played, the game was totally different, and today, the game, you know what I'm saying, I hardly can recognize it. What is your take on today's game?
Today's game to me is like basketball is a business. From grade school, it starts in grade school all the way through college, and of course the NBA is a business. But when we were growing up, you did it. Even though at first I started because of the peer pressure because I was tall, but I enjoyed the camaraderie, and it was about just the love, like just being around your teammates and working hard, and the lessons you learn, like the coaching. It was just different. And I think with society today, it's just a different world because you got social media. Kids now just go on social media and post everything, or like they text each other instead of just calling each other on the phone. I think that is the difference. And then just we start sounding like our parents when they used to say the old days are better, like
Right.
this is how I am now. I'm like, our days are better. Like nobody can compete with the 90s. Like in my opinion, like the 90s were it wasn't just the sports were different. You had the GOAT. I'm a Duke fan, but Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Let's stop it. Let's stop this LeBron talk. We lived through Jordan, and we saw Jordan, and then society at the time, like hip hop. I mean, you had all this stuff: Tupac, Biggie. An interesting fact: the tragic deaths of Tupac and Biggie happened my senior year. Like, I don't know if y'all remember, but Tupac was killed in September of my senior year, beginning of senior year, and then Biggie died March of my senior year. It was crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, it was a different time. And it was just we just grew up a different way. But it was just we learned and we matured, and we grew by just being around each other. And when you get older, you realize how much I learned in high school. Like I didn't realize what I was learning. Like I learned so much from just my classmates. The teachers. Shout out to the Lane, Goldsboro City School teachers all the way from North Drive all the way up to Goldsboro High. Like we learned so much from them. They taught us how to be children, and they taught us how to be teenagers, and they taught us how to be men. So just overall, the experience of life is different, which weaves into basketball.
Gotcha. I got one more question before y'all turn this over to Reese, man. Is there anyone that you would like to recognize or pay homage to that you admired or inspired you coming up, or changed your life or touched you in any kind of way? You know what I'm saying? Take this opportunity to let that person or persons know while you're still here to do so.
Yeah, so the first one is I will just give a shout out, easy. It's my fourth grade teacher. Her name now is Miss Artis, but she used to be Miss Hayes. I don't know if you all know her. She's Dr. Hayes' daughter.
Oh wow, okay, yeah.
She was my fourth grade teacher at School Street.
Okay.
And she just I don't know, was something about her that impacted me so much, like as far as just teaching me how to be a young man. She encouraged me, because she kind of harnessed my my intellect and my academia. Like I learned how to do more as far as studying different things like that. The only teacher, I don't even know if she ever sees this, because I think she might be in school now, still in school, the school system. She might be in the Wayne County Superintendent office or something. I can't know what she's doing now. But she's the only teacher, man. Last day of school, I was in tears, bawling the last day of school, because I was gonna miss her so much. I cried when I hugged her, and then I cried that whole evening. My family was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I had to tell them I'm gonna miss my teacher. And then a couple of just two more people. I have to give a shout out to Coach Stevens because I played for him for 3 years, and like he came in at a really tough time. Coach Lee had just left, and he took on Goldsboro High, the program. And I know he went through a lot. I mean, I look back on it now. He was a grown man. He moved his family there, and like he had a lot of young guys that he had to depend on. But even through his coaching and his hard coaching, he gave me a lot of good pointers, and then he was instrumental. Like I said, him setting up that camp at Mount Olive, it orchestrated me getting noticed, and then I ended up getting my scholarship. So, and then lastly, I just said, I mean, you know, I'm trying to leave out non-family, but just other people. I'd say my college coach, Coach Bill Klingen, him giving me the opportunity to play college basketball, and you know, him sticking with me. And I'll never forget that, man, because, you know, when you go to college, it's like it's a whole different experience. And I don't really say, well, do I regret if I had been better in high school? Well, do I regret if I had worked harder or been different or better? I would have went to a different school. I went to a higher level school. But if that had happened, I would have never experienced Mount Olive. I ended up making friends that are like family to me today. And my life would have turned out differently, and I don't regret the way my life has turned out. So those three I want to give the shout out to. They'll give them their flowers.
That's what's up, man. At this time, I'm gonna turn it over to Reese. He got some questions he want to run down to you. So this time it's on you, Reese.
Got you. Hey, Charles. So I'm probably gonna get a little messier than Sean, but it's all good.
Okay.
Hey, what big man gave you problems on the hardwood?
Who gave me problems? Big man?
Who gave you problems?
All right, so let's see here. So you mean like practice or just games or what?
No, just period. Who gave you problems? It don't matter.
Okay, so Derek Worrells, he gave me problems because Derek had energy all day. And when I had to scrimmage him in practice, like if I didn't run back in transition, he'd dunk it. So there was a guy that I played with in college named Tyrone, and he was real fast, man. He was like 6'7", but he ran like a guard, and he was another one of the guys that I had to run with because I didn't like conditioning. So I couldn't stand doing suicides and stuff, man. So if you had a big man that could just sprint, I didn't like it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, so looking back, Charles, what's your fondest memory of playing basketball at Goldsboro High School?
Oh, good question, man. I'll say tied for two. Playing with that senior class, that 94 class with LaFontaine and those guys, the experience that I'll never forget. And then I'd say junior year, we beat, I think, New Hanover in the conference tournament, and that punched our ticket to go to the playoffs. And I remember walking up the court with Jamel Bell, and I hugged him. I said, "Jamel, we're going to the playoffs." And it was just a redeeming moment from the fact after what happened to us the 5-20 year.
Right.
We went from 5-20 to the playoffs the next year. So those are the two moments I would say that I had the fondest memories at Goldsboro.
Okay. Hey, Charles, try to explain that feeling of running out of the locker room at Goldsboro High School.
Oh man, like you got the band, you can hear the band. You walk out of the locker room and you're walking up the steps, and then you hear the band jamming like boom, 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 boom. You're like, oh my God. And then you run out, and then the crowd starts cheering you on. I'm like, man, I'm gonna wear myself in warm-ups. Wear myself out warm-ups with this. They would get you so amped up, man. Yeah, the Goldsboro High School band, like, hands down. I don't know if you were gonna ask me about the band thing. Were you gonna still ask me about something about band? Because I was gonna go ahead and tell you about this band story since we're talking about the band.
Go ahead, Charles. We good.
Okay. So when I was from 6th grade to 8th grade, I was in the band, and I would play tuba. And I was pretty good. Like the band teacher in 8th grade wanted me to go to this competition, and I didn't end up not going. I didn't feel like going. So I was signed up to play in the marching band in 9th grade. So you got this is the summer, the couple of weeks before school started, freshman year. Somebody comes to my house. I don't remember who it was, and they knock on my door. This is like August. It's like 90. It's like a 98 degrees outside. They knock on my door and say, "Charles, The marching band has already started practice. You're missing it. They're like, you need to come to the Goldsboro gym right now. Mr. Scott sending for you. I get dressed. I go out there. It's like 98 degrees. We're out there like having the instruments, but then like they were doing push-ups like in the cement. I did that for one day and I told them I quit. And they were like, and then there was a senior, I don't remember his name, he played too, but too, he was like, he was giving me this pep talk like, Charles, you don't need to quit, man, because you're really good at playing too, but you could get a scholarship doing this. I said, I'll take my chances with basketball. So I quit the band on the spot because I didn't want to work out there in the sun. And then I was so tall, I was like little, I thought I was gonna get teased wearing those uniforms.
Right.
That was another reason. So yeah, that's the funny story about my band, how my band career ended.
Yes, sir. Hey, so Charles, give me your top 5 big men from Wayne County.
Wayne County. Okay. LaFonte, Derek Worrell, Kevin Graham, Chuck Carnegie.
Yes, sir.
And who would I voice that? I'm gonna consider him a big man, Chris Tan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Charles, best rivalry game, Eastern Wayne or Southern Wayne?
Ooh, that's good. I'd have to say it was Eastern Wayne.
Okay.
Because even though Southern Wayne was really good and they used to beat us anyway, but Eastern Wayne, it's like I like to pick on the Eastern Wayne people. It's like they're kind of Goldsboro, but they're not Goldsboro. You know what I'm saying? Like they live out there, like they're kind of on the Goldsboro line, and we go to the mall. We see them in the mall, but they're kind of like in the boonies.
Yeah.
And when we would play them, we all knew those guys, and it was just fun. Like there's a guy that played there in class of '99. Do you know Pastor Terry Jones?
Yeah, Terry Jones. Yeah.
Terry, and I knew Terry in high school, but then he went to Mount Olive.
Yeah.
So him and his wife, Juliet, went to Mount Olive, and I got to know them really well in college. But anyway, you knew all of those guys, and it was just fun playing against them, like a little bit of trash talk, not anything serious. But I say Eastern Wayne.
Yes, sir. Hey, so you got a chance to play for 2 legendary coaches for Goldsboro High School. What's the difference between Coach Lee and Coach Stevens' style of coaching?
So Coach Lee his style was run. We're gonna wear you down. Like we're gonna be in the best shape. And that's why we had to run to the hospital. So, and then he would always tell, he was a great motivational speaker. He knew how to push, he would push your buttons. Coach Stevens was more of X and O. Yeah. You go here, you go there on the offense. And I give Coach Stevens credit, like at the end, like my last 2 years, actually it was my senior year. He started doing that press, full court press. He changed the defense.
Yeah.
And it started my senior year, but y'all will get the fruition of it the next year when y'all win the state championship. But he started working on it and tinkering with it my senior year. And I remember in the scrimmage game, I was like, this spread seems weird. I don't know about this. And we were killing somebody my senior year in the scrimmage. I touched Coach Stevens on the shoulder. I said, Coach, this really works. So Coach Stevens is he was a great X&O coach, man. He know how to draw up the play.
Yes, sir. Hey, my last one for you, Charles. Listen to the question.
Okay.
Your life is on the line. Pick 4 other players from Wayne County to play with you for 1 game. Your life is on the line. What's your other 4, including you?
Okay, other 4 in Wayne County.
Wayne County.
Oh, LaFonte Moses.
Oh.
Terry Leonard. This is gonna be a Southern Wayne team other than LaFonte. So LaFonte.
Yeah.
Terry Leonard.
Gotcha. Chad
Wells.
Uh-huh.
Garrett Blackwelder. because that's a small team, but that team would press. They would hit threes. It would be athleticism all over the floor, man. I trust those guys for sure.
You know, I remember watching Garrett Blackwater play, and what made it so special is the plays that Coach Tilly will draw up for him.
Mm-hmm.
He would set double screens for Garrett, and just once the ball touches his hands, it's gone. It's good.
Bye. Get back on
Bye.
offense.
Yes, sir. But yes, sir. I got you. I like that. I like that 5. I'll give y'all a chance.
You give us a chance. That team got some dogs on it, Maurice.
Yeah.
But Maurice, quickly tell me, since I just remember, man, I forget about this. Your senior year, Coach Tilly came to Goldsboro, right?
Coach Tilly was our coach. Yes, sir.
Could you quickly tell me what it was like to play for him? Because it was so odd when I was at Mount Olive and I hear he took over at Goldsboro, and I'm thinking, Coach Tilly at Goldsboro? This gets all my fiber because I'm so used to him being at Southern Wayne. What was that like for you, bro?
And you know what Coach Tilly was? He was not only X's and O's, but he had a little fire behind him, right? So at the end of the day, like if he drew up a play, you decide to go against that play, he gonna let you know about it.
Okay.
He's gonna let you know about it. And I think that was his first year with us at Goldsboro, and I think it took him some getting used to Goldsboro, because Goldsboro's a different beast, man. And I think everybody will say that.
Yeah.
But overall, I felt like Coach Tilly did a great job my senior year. We was right where we needed to be. We just had some things that happened that kind of derailed us. But as a coach, love him to death, man. Good coach.
R.I.P. to him too, man.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
That's what's up, man. Yo, we got to take this small commercial break, man. We'll be right back, man. You guys are watching All American Sports Show.
That's good. That's that Tron's famous chicken and ribs. Woo!
Tired of uninvited guests? Call Burt's and Pest Control. Say bye-bye to bugs.
Meet Julian and Nicole, the chefs behind Picture Perfect Catering. They craft soulful dishes with premium ingredients and a lot of love. From full-service weddings to simple drop-offs, they're here.
We're back. So Charles, man, we reached the end of the show, man, to the portion we like to call the fast round, man. You know, so we call it that because we like you to answer the question within a 2-second time span, but everybody takes their time, man, so have at it.
Okay.
But I'm going to switch it up a little bit tonight, though, man, because, you know what I'm saying, you definitely wasn't a resident of the center. So, you know, so if you ain't been that way, I'm pretty sure you ain't had no Soul Bowl burger. So, yeah. So I ain't even gonna know what I'm saying, put you on the spot with that. You know?
I know the Soul Bowl, but I didn't. Unfortunately, I know.
but I do have, you know what I'm saying, a couple of questions I want to run down to you, man, and I'm gonna get into it like this. So let me ask you this: what was your dream position?
2 guard.
Wow. Okay.
I could shoot, Sean. I could shoot I could shoot jumpers and I could shoot threes, but in practice, I don't know if Coach Stevens and I remember, and even in college, I used to shoot. At the end of the year, they would let me shoot with the guards, like in practice, and I could hit threes, man. I had a nice touch, but of course, I was too tall to be playing out there. So,
back then, you know, we wanted you to be in the paint. You know what I'm saying? The rules have changed, but you know, I would say Angelo would have been the more current today that played yesterday, because Angelo was 6'3",
6'4",
6'3", 6'4",
yeah,
and he had a shot on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I would say Lowe was more of today playing yesterday than you know what I'm saying. Let me ask you this: did you get everything out of basketball that you wanted to?
I did. I
You
did.
did? No regrets.
Nope.
Okay. So there's nothing. Is there anything that you would have done different?
Like I was saying earlier, now when you become grown, you get perspective. You know, when you're young, everything, you know, when you're young, all your emotions are heightened. Like you love hard, you're more scared.
Right.
Everything's the end of the world. When you get older, you understand there's a tomorrow. Like it's just a one day. So when I look back at the scope of my life, I say, well, no, because if I had did things differently, like I said, I had some regret at the beginning, Sean, probably like a couple 10 years after I graduated. I was like, man, I wish I had been better. But then I think about all the experiences and the people I've met since then. If I did anything differently, I would have been on a different path.
Right.
And I'm thankful to God for the path he put me on. So I would say no.
That's what's up. So what does being a Cougar mean to you?
Cougar pride, man. Cougar pride.
Right.
It's about like you have to be from Goldsboro to understand. It's just a vibe that you get growing up here. I see somebody from Goldsboro. It's funny because sometimes I'll meet people and maybe me and another person from Goldsboro, and they be like, man, you Goldsboro people are crazy. You know, because like we have a different way we talk to each other, and it's like there's so many hilarious guys that I grew up with that should have been comedians at Goldsboro. I mean, I met people from all over, man, like from New York, from like different parts of North Carolina. When I meet somebody from Goldsboro, it's different.
Right.
So it's the pride of like knowing you're from Goldsboro and just the experiences of growing up here, man. It's one of a kind, man. So it's the pride of just growing up in my city.
Yeah,
is the main thing.
Got you. So, my last question, man. What did you gain and learn from the teams you played for in the past?
I think in high school I learned, but even more so in college, that there's so many people from different walks of life that are just different, and I learned to like understand and appreciate people's backgrounds. People have had like everybody don't come from 2-parent households. Everybody, some people come from some people grew up or were raised by uncles or aunts. But we're all human, and we all want to be loved, we want to be admired, we want to be respected. And I learned hard work. I learned teamwork. I think in every day I work for the Social Security Administration, and I think back at the lessons I learned playing basketball. This is why I don't complain a lot at work. Some of my coworkers are surprised because we get all these workloads, and I never complain about the stuff. Like I say, I'm gonna get it done. And I look back, I think it was from playing under like coaches like Coach Stevens used to get on me, and Coach Klingon and Coach Durham. The structure of basketball, and then learning how to be in a team, and having to do things you didn't want to do. In college, you know, it was all about, you had practice, you had meetings, you had road games, you had class, and I was always told where to be. So when my supervisors tell me to do something now, I just do it, because basketball taught me just to do what your coach tell you, and it has served me well, man, in my life, in my professional life.
That's what's up, bro. Hey, Charles, man, I'm going to tell you, man, this has been one great, one interesting, and just all around lovely interview, man.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I wish we have had more time to fellowship back in the day. You know, I end up leaving Goldsboro, but I'm glad today I'm able to sit here and fellowship with you, man, and pay you the respect and honor that you deserve. Just looking at the chat right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Derek got in here late, but you know what I'm saying? He wanted you to know you was guy. You know what I'm saying? You a great guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Derek, Charles mentioned you earlier, man. Go back and watch the show, man. But we appreciate everybody to joining in tonight, man. we definitely, you know what I'm saying, appreciate you for trusting us with your legacy, giving us the opportunity to sit down and, you know what I'm saying, give you your honor, man. And like I said, man, it's been a pleasure being a friend. It's been a pleasure being a teammate. And we would definitely want to give you your flowers, bro. So salute.
Thank you. And I appreciate you and Maurice, man. You're doing a great thing, man. A great service to Wayne County and Goldsboro. You just keep up the good work, man. I had a good time doing this, man. It's
Yes,
really
sir.
enjoyed it.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you,
man.
man. Thank you. Guys, that's our show for the night, man. Y'all tune in with us next week for another explosive interview, man. I'm your host, Burrow Boy, a.k.a. Sean Atkinson. My man, Maurice Gunner Graham.
Go Duke. I meant to say that. Go Duke. all the Carolina haters out there, go Duke. I had to get that in there, Sean.
Already, baby. You know I'm a Duke fan, baby. You already know. We're going to catch y'all next week, man. Peace.
Subscribe.